Welcome back, everyone. Today, this is what the Lord is saying. He says, you're going to have to start to use your mouth more in the correct way. You are going to have to start to use your mouth. That means you're going to have to start to speak out. You're going to have to start to declare. Okay. A lot of you are sitting on the promise that the Lord has said, and you're not declaring it. You're not verbalizing it. Remember when our kids were little, sometimes we would say to them to use their words. That means that if they were going through something internally and you could see the struggle, maybe there was an emotional struggle, or there was something that was coming out. Maybe they were crying, or maybe they were being more angry. They were upset, but they weren't putting into words what was happening inside. And so we would say, hey, you have to use your words. That means so that you can express whatever is going on inside. And this is what the Lord is saying to us today, that you are going to have to speak it out. You have to start to declare what the word of the Lord has been over your life. You're going to have to start to speak against those things that keep trying to attack you. You're going to have to start to say, no, sickness, you do not belong to me. Say it out loud, though. Sometimes you're saying it inwardly, but you have to speak it out. Just when you think about Jesus, when Satan came to confront him, and he was trying to get him to do all manner of things. And then Jesus says out loud, it is written. So this is what God is saying to us today, that you have to speak it out. Now, the other day, I think maybe it was even the same day or the next day, then I was online and I saw this social media experiment where this person was saying to people, he was just walking up to them in random places. One person was in the library, somebody else was like at the store, somebody else was at the mall. And he was coming up to them and he was saying, hey, I'll give you $20, $50 if you just yell as loud as you can. And the person was like, that's all I have to do? I just have to yell? And he said, yeah. And they were like, okay, show me the money first. So he did. And they just yelled, like I said, in the middle of the library, the store, wherever they were at. And they just yelled. And so I thought it was really funny. I said, you know what? It's funny. Sometimes we don't know what the reward is attached to when we use our voice. What is it that the Spirit of the Lord is saying to you, that when you open up your mouth and you speak and you declare, you come against, you rebuke, you bind up, you loose? Okay, when you do that, what reward is attached to it in your own life? So as the Lord is speaking this word to you today, you're going to have to do it. You can't remain silent anymore. You can't remain silent anymore. What is the word of the Lord that you have been receiving, but you haven't been speaking out? I want you to start doing that today. All right, family. I pray that you will follow this word immediately. It's something that you can do right here, right now. And just start to do this. Just start by saying thank you. It doesn't have to be a whole lot. And if you haven't picked up my book, this message is not about the book, but it is a helpful resource. It's a good tool for you to have, so that you can go and so that you can have prophetic declarations. It's called Speak Life. It's on our website, but it's not about the book, but it is a tool that you can use. If you don't know what to say, then just start saying, thank you, God. All right. That's a good place to start. All right, family. I'm praying for you. I love you. Be blessed.